So, the iPhone 15 Pro, it has been about 6 weeks since I bought it on September 23rd. I got the blue one with 256 gigabytes of storage. I don't really like a huge phone, so I didn't get the Pro Max. I think a phone should be something that you should easily put in your pocket and carry around. So, I don't like a Pro Max. And I think natural titanium color looks great, but I prefer darker colors on phones, so I got the blue one. So let's see the unboxing and then talk about the changes. So the footage is a little stupid. My dad shot it in the Apple Store. I couldn't make a top-down setup in the Apple Store, and for some reason he filmed the floor also. I don't know, but that's what we have. So I open the box and there it is. I really like the blue color, so I peel off the screen protector. I won't turn it on now because they will put me on screen protector in the store, so I will just leave it here for a second. Now this is a new braided USB-C cable, so it should hopefully be more durable, but we will see about that. And footage you saw before was shot on an iPhone 15 Pro, so you can see that. The unboxing was shot on a 13 Pro, so just for you to know. Let's go to the changes now. So the biggest thing, of course, is the USB Type-C connector on the bottom of the iPhone 15s. So on the Pro and Pro Max, we have a USB controller which allows speeds up to 10 gigabits per second on the new A17 Pro chip and not on the 15s. And about the chip, it is of course going to be a lot faster than the A16 Bionic that we have on the iPhone 15s and 14 Pros. But the interesting thing about the new processor is that it is going to allow some PlayStation, some console games on the iPhone, like Assassin's Creed. So not the mobile version of the game, but the actual version on the game to be played on the iPhone. Of course, it's lower resolutions and frame rates, but it will be playable on the iPhone. So now we got the dynamic island on all the iPhones, even on the base models, but now we are talking about the Pro. So, and another thing is the action button. So I think the action button is better than the mute switch because I, for example, set it to be a work focus switch. So whenever I hold it, it is simply going to, that's the volume button, it's going to enter work focus. So when you go to settings, you have a special tab, action button, god damn it, and so you can set it to be a silent switch like it was. It can be focus mode. For me, that's going to be work, camera, and so any camera mode. So for example, when I'm on a cubing competition, then I would set it to be on video so I can easily record my Rubik's Cube solves on the competition. Flashlight, I personally don't find I'm using the torch so often on the iPhone. Voice memo, it's a quite an interesting one, but if you have some ideas that you want to quickly write down and you just want to say them out loud, you can hold the action button and it's going to start recording here from the dynamic island, and then you can get in to pause it and stuff, but it starts recording right there from the home screen. It's quite an interesting one. If you're having a hard time reading stuff, magnifier might be a good option. And the most interesting one is, of course, shortcut. So you can choose any shortcut that you want, like for example, start a timer, and like whenever I press it, it's going to start a timer that I set, for example, 45 minutes that I put here. It's quite an interesting one. You can open an app with no latency, and it's really nice. If you ask me, you can put some accessibility shortcuts, but it's not really important. For example, color filters and invert, but nobody's going to use that but the people who actually need it. And you can set it to no action for some reason, so you press it, it's just like nothing. It expands the island a little still, it makes that kind of thing, but nothing happens. So I will be still putting it on work focus. I like that one the most. Another change is in the camera. So only on the Pro Max we have a 5x zoom instead of 3x, but on the Pro we still got 3x zoom, they say, because there wasn't enough space in the Pro to put the 5x zoom. But I personally think 3x is better, because when you want to take some nice portraits in 3x zoom, you can nicely do that. You can nicely take a portrait in 3x zoom, but when you're doing that on the Pro Max, you're going to use your main camera and the quality is going to be worse. And the 5x zoom photos are really specific photos. You don't take them so often. So I think the 3x zoom is a better option. So talking about the build now, it's made out of titanium, so it is lighter and stronger, and it really is noticeably lighter. About the stronger, really, it's mostly made out of glass, so, and that's the part that will break, not the sides. So I don't think really it's an improvement in terms of durability, but it really is lighter, and I appreciate that. And it now has slightly curved edges, so it feels a lot more comfortable in the hand if you are not using the case. But about durability, I had a major drop, so I was going to go downstairs and I put it from my right hand to my left hand. In that process, it fell out of my hand and fell all the way down the stairs, and it hit an edge of one stair, so it was flying horizontally for a little while, and it was a hard drop, but really nothing happened to it. It's perfect. I was using the screen protector that I mentioned earlier that they put me in the Apple store, and it didn't break, neither did the glass, didn't really have a scratch, and I was using just a clear case, so it did really well. So should you buy it? Definitely, if you have anything below iPhone 13 or you're looking for it to be your first iPhone. But if you have the iPhone 13 or 14, it's not really worth upgrading. That's it for this review. See you in the next one. Bye.